Ladies and gentlemen, it's 154th day of the full-scale Russian invasion, and this is Media Center Ukraine. On behalf of all of us, I would like to welcome all the journalists covering our fight for freedom. I'm Andriy Shevchenko. Today we'll talk about the initiative launched by Lviv City Council to support the entrepreneurs in times of war. I'd like to give the floor first to Andriy Moskalenko, first deputy mayor of Lviv. So tell us all about the vouchers to support the entrepreneurs in times of war. Good day, colleagues. The small and medium businesses have an instrumental role to play in winning the war that has been launched by Russia. And here in Lviv, we're seeing that since the very first minutes of the new onslaught of war, since the 24th of February, the small businesses have taken a very active stance. Let me give you just one number. In the first 6 months of the year, the overall budget has been completed by 106%, meaning that the businessmen pay taxes, they believe in the country, and they help in as volunteers. So they work to support the Ukrainian army in all the ways. But there's another thing. If we consider, since the 24th of February, we have seen 51,000 new companies that have registered in Ukraine. Many of them have registered in Lviv city and region. Lviv has always been a city for small and medium businesses. So in the early days, we decided to put in a number of incentives to ease the situation for the businesses, to ease the payment pressure. So we have lifted the taxes on lease of the communal enterprises for the catering facilities. We are lifting the duties for the outdoor cafes, for a number of other things, so that the businesses could focus on their operation and receive a steadfast support from the city. Now we're seeing the time when we need to give small and medium businesses new levers to support them. And I would like to thank all the councillors, and I would like to thank our executive committee and agencies. We have put in a toolkit that the city already had in place. These are vouchers, but now they're instituted with a new sense. There are three types of vouchers that we'd like to pitch to today. And we'd like to announce the opening of the working groups for selection. We announce a call for proposals. There'll be three types of vouchers: relocation, investment, and a reinvigoration voucher. There are many businesses that are relocating. We are helping them pay their utilities fees. And the third voucher is about paying their rent. So this is all I wanted to say in a nutshell. So I'd like to bring in Irina Kalinich, head of the Department for Economic Development of Lviv City Council. So we've heard three types of vouchers. So let us talk about the things that businesses need to know to make use of these instruments. This is a key initiative, and I would like to thank the councillors, the Specialized Commission for Entrepreneurship, and the Budget Commission that have decided to allocate the funding to support our initiatives. This program has been in place in the city for a number of years, and we had marketing vouchers, business development vouchers, we had energy efficiency vouchers before, and now, as you've heard, we are bringing in compensation vouchers, relocation vouchers, and investment vouchers. So the most difficult of all, the most difficult procedure will be those to apply for the investment voucher as beginning with the 1st of August, and I will repeat the day. It is the 1st of August when we are calling a call for proposals for 30 days. So the businesses wanting to receive business development voucher have to submit their proposal, find a company they will engage with to purchase equipment or any other business development initiatives. And the selection committee, comprising the city councillors, comprising business administration, and others will choose a proposal that we will then fund. This is about 300,000 hryvnia, and we have a call open for a month's time. Please make sure you submit your applications within the month of August, so that by the end of the year we could reimburse the costs sustained. 300,000 hryvnia are the cost of funding, and the range is from 100 to 300,000 hryvnia. A simpler procedure will be to followed for compensation and relocation vouchers. Compensation vouchers can reach up to 300,000 hryvnia, but that will be considered by an expert board, including businesses, councillors, and executive structures. And that could be about refunding energy costs at the business centers or some other commercial facilities where the IDPs were housed. A compensation voucher would cover the costs of the businesses sustained because of the shelling and other force majeure contingencies. That funding can be used to replace windows and doors, energy costs, lease, utility fees. There's a whole range there. And the committee will sit as long as needed. There's no time limit. There's no deadline for submission of those applications. And there are relocated companies who have registered in Lviv, who have re-registered their venue, and we are offering 100,000 hryvnia to them. The city is showing its readiness to help the businesses, and we are looking to receive offers so that businesses could make use of the service. I would like to ask Viktoriia Dovzhyk to join us. She is the acting director of the Financial Policy Department of Lviv City Council. So how would you define the priorities and criteria that will be followed? I'm Viktoriia Dovzhyk for Lviv City Council. Let me start by saying a couple of words about the ideas behind the vouchers. We had the vouchers since 2018, and we've always been open to the business community, to their pressing needs and demands, and we've always tried to make sure our vouchers met them. We have the procedure streamlined. The committee is staffed by civil society organizations, business community representatives who are working to improve the business climate in Lviv. There are councillors from different fractions and different commissions, and the committee comprises representatives of the specialized departments of Lviv City Council, such as economic development, finance, and entrepreneur Development Center. Now this commission has been re-engineered, and those dealing with relocation vouchers and compensation voucher will be streamlined, but there will be civil society represented, MPs will, councillors will be represented, and the Lviv Council officials will also be represented. This solution will help us give a very transparent and objective approach to the issue of the vouchers. Over 30 businesses made use of the vouchers. The department has an effective scheme it is most efficient. People have to be eligible, comply with the criteria, submit their application. The selection is transparent, it is video recorded, and then the decision is made. The last year, we've seen very efficient funding. We are fully aware of the risks, and there are some risks inherent in the vouchers about real funding, but still we need to persevere and hope that the financial resources of the local budget and the state treasurer will suffice to pay the help to the entrepreneurs. I would like to give the floor to the head of the Budget Commission. It's a shame we don't have the head of the Entrepreneurship Committee, as all the councillors have contributed to the initiative and will continue to support the initiative so that we could review the applications we receive, also spread the word in Lviv so that the people know of the mechanism available to them, and we hope we'll be able to screen and issue these vouchers to our business members. And if there are any questions remaining after the briefing, please go to the Entrepreneurship Support Center of Lviv City Council for additional consultations. I will bring her in a minute, but first I would like to ask Yuriy Samets, a businessman who made use of the voucher last year. So I wanted to ask him whether this was a helpful thing and whether it was a useful experience, and what are your takeaway. I'm Yuriy Samets. I'm the head of the Western Ukrainian Business Development Cluster. We've been actively contributing to the development of the vouchers, and we've been helping and contributing through the Business Support Center of Lviv City Council. And over the time, many of us have used the opportunity. We have attended exhibitions in Kyiv, Lviv, London, and Dubai when the vouchers covered some of the costs. These were the marketing vouchers. I'm not going to go into the technicalities, but instead talk of the outcomes and benefits for the businesses. Surely, the money isn't enough to build a brand, but it's enough to take the first step towards building a brand. It's enough to attend an international fair and to have the emblem of the brand of the cluster and have the emblem of the city flying above your head. This is seen and heard, and the support is seen and heard, and that is a good way to pitch a brand. This is a very easy procedure to follow. The application is very efficient and effective, and it's transparent and honest. Thank you. I have the greatest pleasure of inviting Nataliia Shelestak, a city councillor and the chair of the budget committee. Would you take a broader look at this? There'll be some other people who will say there are other goals that we should be spending the money to, like supporting the army, supporting the IDPs, preparing for the academic year. So what's your response to the critics who will say this is not a timely thing to help the businesses in times of war? Look, on the 24th of February, when the full-scale aggression was launched by Russia, we knew that Lviv would be the hub to receive the IDPs. We may not have been fully aware of the scope of what was to follow and what assistance we are to provide, but we knew that the first IDPs will head away. The same happened with the businesses who followed. So the businesses who were forced to relocate from the territories that came under brutal attack, that came under intense, relentless bombing and shelling, were received here in Lviv and broader in the western part of Ukraine. And therefore, the businesses who've set up shelters to receive the people, to host the internally displaced people, also need help. We've been working like this for 5 months. Myself and my partners, we have been receiving people throughout the 5 months. We've been offering food, we've been paying utility fees, and we are paying taxes as well. So I would say the small and medium businesses have performed very well in Lviv by paying taxes, by receiving people, receiving partners from other cities, helping them take root here and create jobs here. So this program is most timely. It's a shame that we can only allocate a limited amount of funding to support it. I wish our budget could allocate much more, as there is a demand for the support, and we'll see the level of demand as we start receiving the applications. Reason is, if we don't support businesses now, we will see our budget hit in the upcoming periods. We are fully aware of this, and I hope many business people will be able to make use of this opportunity to receive the compensation for the utility fees if they are receiving the IDPs, or receive the 300,000 revenue. This is not much money, but it can help to buy some equipment that they need now and they cannot afford to buy now, but they have an idea. This can be available to the business people who've been registered with us, but also to the newly arrived businesses who are registering us with us and are willing to make the first step. We want to support the ideas have. We want them to stay here and receive support from the people, from the businesses, but also to create value, start their businesses. And this is one of the means to help them do so. So I think it is a brilliant idea that was supported by the local councillors that needs to be implemented. Thank you. I'd like to give the floor to Mariana Luceshin. Would you please introduce yourself? Good day. I'm Mariana. I manage Western Ukrainian office of the Ukrainian Business Association, European Business Association. I would like to thank the Lviv City Council for the invitation. I'm a member of the commission. We have already begun screening projects. I can tell you that European Business Association couldn't but support the initiative, as we support the businesses that are persevering in the western part of Ukraine. We've recently met relocated companies, and we know that they are needing moral and financial support. And all those who have a good idea and need some funding to implement the idea have a fabulous opportunity to make use of this assistance. Unfortunately, it's not much money, but it's still money, and that is a good thing. So I'm urging all of you to learn more about the program and to file applications and give a try. Thank you. Glory to Ukraine. Glory to our heroes. If there are any questions in the audience, if not, I would like to give the floor to Andriy Moskalenko, First Deputy Mayor of Lviv, for the final say. We heard that this is a gesture of gratitude to the businesses making contributions to the victory. This is a gesture of empathy, support, but also it is an investment into the future of the city. Do you see the way this initiative could be multiplied and scaled across the country? My colleagues have stated that this project is available to the businesses who have relocated to Lviv, and we always underscore that we consider the possibility of hosting them in Lviv to keep them in Ukraine so that after victory they could return to their cities and homes and rebuild and relocate. So we don't have any additional limitations. It's important for us to support the businesses and not make a distinction between Lviv and other cities. The boundaries have been eliminated. We are all Ukrainians now, and businesses have a very important role to play. These days, many business people are fighting in the army, in the front. We have to be united and cohesive. We reach out to cities daily and we help them in all the ways we can to reach our common victory. This was Andriy Moskalenko, his colleagues from Lviv City Council, and a broad range of allies who have come together to help businesses in Lviv. Thank you for this talk.